I mean, I've felt great ever since then. It's like, man, that, you know, that load that's on the back of your mind, that's gone. I'm back doing things that I've always been doing. And you know, it's nice to come to the office and I don't have to worry about the cancer stuff.
And I didn't have all this tremendous pain, and people said, "You mean you were back at work in 2 weeks?" I said, "Yeah." And I went on and started to have a tax practice. So I started doing taxes. I mean, just right out of the bat. And people that I know that didn't have this procedure, and I've been telling everybody about it, because I have so many friends that didn't get it, and they were down 2 or 3 months. They could not believe that I was back in the saddle. And I'm telling you, it's 7 years almost later. I still feel great. I mean, I don't have a lot of the sad effects that people have that didn't get it. And so I'm just telling all my friends, and I've never had anybody say, "I wish you hadn't told me." I have guys trying to buy me dinner. You know, this is what I'm getting as a result of people having this procedure. Greatest thing since apple pie.
Really, the reason I decided on HIFU was threefold. Is I talked to Dr. Jurich, and as he described it, it's sort of a one and done deal, minimally invasive, a short time for the procedure, and about a 90% cure rate after 5 years, so that looked good. Since I had to deal with cancer, I wanted more, so I did a lot of internet research and found that it had been going on for about 20 years in most of the industrialized countries. It wasn't done in this country primarily due to medical interests, special interest groups, and equipment makers, no good scientific reasons. The third is I contacted the Cleveland Clinic in Toronto, which was doing it. I had a good opportunity to talk with them to understand it. It pretty much mirrored what Dr. Jurich had told me, and based upon that, I decided to contact him and go ahead with the HIFU procedure.
I got my laptop out and started researching HIFU. And I researched. Because in the news business and in flying, you're taught, A, to have a flight plan, always have a plan, and in the news business, you're taught to ask questions, get answers. So I started seeking answers, and I made a list of my questions. I would email or text Dr. Jurich, and he would answer them. So after about a day and a half of this, I said, okay, there's got to be a dark side to this. I proceeded to try to find it. I really couldn't find it.
The thing that interested me most was the non-invasiveness of it. It wasn't going to be a procedure that was going to put me down for a lot of weeks.
So I had, after I got diagnosed, I went to Ireland because I had some business in Ireland. So I came back, and when I got back, I saw the paper, and it was this picture here, and I, you know, Dr. Jurich is my urologist, so I talked to him, and he said, yeah, you'd be a good candidate. And I said, then I wouldn't have to do the radiation. He said, no. And he said it'd be an outpatient where you come in the morning, be home by noon, and you're not on any chemo or any different medications or things of that sort. So I was thinking, this almost sounds too good to be true.
The first thing he said, my first words in the office were, well, I guess I'm going to be wearing Depends the rest of my life, and sex is out of the question. And he said no to both questions. That's not the case. Okay, that makes you feel pretty good.
I enjoyed interacting with Dr. Jurich. He was friendly, he was informative, and he answered questions. I tend to have a lot of questions, and he was patient with that. And as I did research, I would email him. He would answer very promptly. And so both he and his staff I was very pleased with.
One of my friends had Dr. J before this procedure, and he told me, he said, I woke up at 2 in the morning with a problem. I called Dr. J, and Dr. J said, meet me in my office in a half hour. 2 in the morning. He's not just saying it, he's serious, he's in it. And we matter to him.
Next thing I know, I'm going to sleep, and I wake up and I'm cancer-free.
Well taken care of. I'm serious. I mean, he was at a stone's throw from my wife, and heck, the day after we had the surgery, if you can call it that. She walked me a mile around that place. We walked a mile, may have been 2, it felt like 2, just to give me some exercise. And like I say, we stayed there 2 days and flew back. And I didn't go to work for a lot of time. I just wanted to give myself a chance to heal. But after about 5 days, I got back at it. In 2 weeks, I was there. The second week, I was actually in my office working.
Yeah, it was easy. I mean, yeah, it was easy. And you know, I guess I'm lucky that it happened, you know, because if they hadn't approved it, if it had been a month later, I'd be going through radiation because, you know, once you get started, I don't think you stop that, you know. So, yeah, so I feel awful lucky. I went out and bought lottery tickets after that.
I think everything in life is a gift. So I think the cancer was a gift. And it's what you do with that gift that counts. And I've met so many wonderful people, been able to talk to people, guys, and their wives in some cases, exactly where I was. And they're considering HIFU. And it's just been a joy to talk with them and then to follow up with them afterward, and to be able to sit and share a story with you, the story. I'm blessed by it. So life is going on, and that's what I would say to anybody. Consider your options, and if you are a candidate for HIFU, then ask questions, all the questions. Ask to talk to patients who've been there, and ask more questions. But definitely consider HIFU as an option to deal with it.